we're very interested in how Hopkins presents itself as an ethical university and concerned with health and safety at home, but also its contracts with ICE. So since 2008, Hopkins has profited and made about $7 million from its contracts with ICE. Currently, there's about $1.7 million in contracts that are ongoing, and these are the administration puts these in terms that it's supportive of medical care and things like that, rather than actually supporting the detaining of asylum seekers. However, we see that as a kind of abstraction of the violence being enacted, but because they support the actual structures that make that facilitate the workings of ICE. So these contracts are set to expire this year. So we would like the university to end its contracts with ICE and donate the proceeds to something like the Immigrant Defense Fund.
Which is what?
It provides support for immigrants, asylum seekers in court cases, but also other kinds of immigrant justice efforts that can be decided upon later.
Now, another issue has been the university's attempt to begin to have an armed police force. Could you talk about that as well?
Yeah, I think Bilal can speak to that as well.
Well,
yeah,
Bilal, yes.
Legislation just passed. Thank you for having me. Yeah, very dangerous legislation has just passed in Baltimore, granting this university, which is a repeat offender in terms of crimes against Baltimore City residents, they now have a police power. And so, again, 75% of the students at Johns Hopkins University said they did not want the police force. A bunch of community associations, primarily across Baltimore City, also said that they did not want this force. There was a letter written by 100 faculty members of the administration who also said that, they wanted to disarm, de-escalate, and kind of defund this machine that was going to happen, and really calling for other solutions and investment in things like mediation, Safe Streets, ROCA, and community-driven alternatives to policing, because as a public health institution, Johns Hopkins University knows better and knows that more policing does not equate with less crime, but that more policing actually causes gentrification. It causes more anxiety and public health concerns around communities. It causes the extraction of wealth from communities, and also normalizes state-sanctioned violence and terror against Black and brown bodies across America. So yeah, a lot of the students are kind of challenging and demonstrating against this investment in the mass incarceration system and the school-to-prison pipeline, and are demanding equity in terms of Hopkins reinvesting that money after divesting into community-driven alternatives that actually support the sustainability and wellness of people in Baltimore City.